and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today we are doing another meal prep video. I know it's been what feels like forever since we've actually posted a meal prep video here, and I'm so excited for you guys to see some of the different things that I'm going to be trying this week, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you missed an update about where I've been, I'll go ahead and link that video up in the corner here. I've just been having a whole lot going on, so I talk and touch on it a little bit there, and I really don't want to take up too much time here to do that. I've had several of you reach out to me and ask about another meal prep video when I'm going to be posting, so hopefully those of you that were curious are here watching right now. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button down below to join our little family here on YouTube, and let's go ahead and get into the prep. For my lunches this week, I'm trying to make mushroom Swiss chicken. So I'm gonna start, I've already got my trimmed up chicken here. I'm gonna put some garlic in there, and I'm just gonna let it soak in this. And I have some balsamic vinegar to add. Now, since my bowl is pretty small, I'm gonna have to try to mix this up a little bit. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm actually just gonna sit it in the fridge until I'm ready to cook it. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to it, and that's all we're gonna do to the chicken. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to dinners. For dinner, I'm gonna be trying a turkey taco quesadilla, and I've never done that before, but basically all I'm gonna do is prep the taco meat. I'm gonna put some diced tomatoes with it. So I've got my 98% fat-free turkey breast here. It's about 1.5 pounds. I cut off the other half of the container to keep in the freezer because normally this is enough for us for meals for the week. And once this cooks down, we're going to go ahead and add some taco seasoning to it. But while this is happening, I'm going to go ahead and get some eggs into the oven for my breakfast. I am multitasking a lot today. I have a wedding to go to tonight, so I'm going to need to hurry up and get ready and hopefully edit this before I leave. So we have a lot happening, and I have very little time. It is 11:30 when we're getting started, so we will keep track of the time on this one. So here we've got everything that you need for the breakfast sandwiches I'm going to be making. These are going to be a point higher than my usual ones because I'm using this instead of the Canadian bacon that I get. But these are pretty good. They're honestly not bad for turkey patties, and I think they are 1 point each, but I'll have to double check and I'll let you guys know at the end. So I'm going to be making 8 of them, so I'm probably going to crack about 8 or 9 eggs in here, and then I cut them out with my cup. I'll show you how to do that, but let's go ahead and get them in there. I also already have sprayed my container with some olive oil. It's really important that you put some cooking spray in there so that they don't stick too bad. Now I'm going to go in with just a splash of milk. You guys know that I like to do this to help them rise a little bit. Now the amount of milk I'm using is probably about a teaspoon, so it does not add any points to the recipe since we're splitting it into 8. I'm going to add a good amount of salt here and just a little bit of pepper. Now I'm going to put this into my cold oven, and I'm going to put it on 350. It is a conventional oven, so it's going in completely cold, and normally by the time it preheats to 350, these are ready and they're done, ready to be taken out. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will check back with you guys when we're putting this together. And now we can go ahead and move back to our turkey. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and add our taco mix according to the package directions. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this in there. And you do want to add some water so that it can kind of form a good consistency. I am going to bulk this up a little bit with a can of diced tomatoes. Since these will be going on quesadillas, I would love to have some other things in there. I wish I would have gotten some peppers and onions, but I did not, so we're just going to do tomatoes for now. For now, I'm just gonna add in about a cup of water. And we will mix that up. Then I'm gonna turn the heat down to a low simmer. We'll let it simmer so that it can form into a thicker consistency and what you would want for tacos. While this is cooking down, I'm gonna go ahead and get my turkey patties into a skillet here. These are the Butterball turkey patties. These are actually pretty good. Of course, they're fully cooked, so all you really have to do is heat them. You could probably put them on your sandwiches frozen and then just heat the sandwich as normal. But I'm just gonna go ahead and throw them on a pan just while everything else is cooking. While I've got all my other stuff cooking, I'm gonna get some of these vegetables onto a sheet pan here. These are kind of the same as the eggs. I just put them in at 350 and it really doesn't take long at all for them to get done. So I wasn't able to get the broccoli. I had to get the California blend, and I really don't like carrots a lot, but I'm gonna mix some in there. This is gonna be for me and my husband, so I might separate them out a bit. Then I'm just gonna put them in the oven at 350. So my eggs are done. I happen to have glasses where the mouth is exactly the size I need for the eggs. I did just put some spray butter on the top. I've never done that before. I didn't know if it would help. So now I'm just gonna cut out some perfect circles for my muffins. And this will definitely make 6 that are circles, and for the other 2 muffins we will just kind of wing it with what's in the middle here. So I've got no problem doing that. And this is how I always like to do my breakfast eggs, because they just fit perfectly onto everything and it's just not complicated. It's easy to cook, easy to pack up, perfect for what I need it for. So let's go ahead and put together the breakfast muffins. To start with your muffins, you're gonna go ahead and get your English muffins. These are 3 points, which is the lowest I can find locally. These are from Aldi. I also have some great value ones from Walmart that are 3 points as well. So I'm gonna use all 6 of these, and I will use the 2 of the ones from Walmart. But for each one, you're just gonna open it up. You're gonna take your piece of egg, take your sausage patty. Again, these are the Butterball ones. I did check, they are 1 point each. So we're gonna add the sausage, and then we're gonna take a slice of Velveeta. Sometimes I do try to just half the slice of cheese, but since this has a good piece of sausage on it, I'm just gonna use the whole one. Then we will wrap it up. I like to keep 2 or 3 of these in the fridge because of the eggs. I don't keep many of them there, and then I will just throw the rest in the freezer. So they heat up really easily. In the mornings, you can throw them in the microwave for about a minute or 2, or you can actually do it in your air fryer and then you just take it on the go. So it is super convenient. It's definitely one of my favorite breakfast meal preps that I do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put together the rest of these. So I let my turkey sit, my turkey taco meat, and it is done. You can see that it is much thicker. There was no liquid or anything in the bottom of the pan, so I'm just letting it cool. I only really have 1 pan that is big enough for all of the meal prep stuff that I do. So I went ahead and washed the big pan that the turkey was in. I'm gonna spray a little bit more olive oil on it. We're gonna go ahead and throw in all of this chicken breast with the balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna let this chicken breast start cooking down. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it and put a lid on it while I go and do some other things that I need to get done. We are at about an hour. It is currently 12:27, and we have finished breakfast and we have finished dinner. I'm sorry, this is lunch. The taco stuff is dinner. So all we have left is working on lunch. My vegetables are also done. So really all we're waiting on is for the chicken to be done. I wish I could have let it cook at the same time as the turkey, but like I said, I really only have this one container. So I'm going to just let this be. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on it, maybe a little bit of spray butter. When we come back, I will show you guys what it looks like, and I'll talk about how I'm gonna try to make it into a mushroom Swiss chicken. So the chicken is done. I've been getting ready for a while. You can see I have some nails on that are new, so I just let this cook on low and cool for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get it into the containers with the vegetables, and then I'm actually gonna throw in some of these sliced mushrooms into this pan and just cook them up a little bit for the top of it, and I'll show you when I'm putting it all together. Okay guys, so I have my meal packed up here. So you can see I have broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, and I have mushrooms on top of my chicken. Now the way that I'm gonna make this mushroom Swiss chicken is Gordo's. Gordo's is gonna be the star of the show for lunch this week. I have been loving this. You can get it at Walmart. It's just a cheese dip. This Gordo's cheese sauce is 3 points for 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to have 2 tablespoons in this dish. So it's only gonna be a 3-point lunch unless I want to add more cheese to it. And I might put some potatoes with some of them. But for now, I'm just gonna add this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to some of them. I'm not gonna put it on all of them already, just because I am scared that if I put it in the freezer or something, the consistency might get weird. For this one that I'm making up right now, I'm just gonna put 1 tablespoon on the chicken side and 1 on the vegetable side. And I'm using a teaspoon, so it could be a little bit less, but I'm just gonna count it as 3 either way. And that will be my lunch. All right guys, so today's meal prep is 100% done. This is the most I've done in a while, and most of it, besides this chicken, honestly took 1 hour. I let the chicken cook on its own while I went and did some other things in the house. So it cooked on low for about an hour itself, but total, you could have done it in an hour if you had a different pan. So there's that. So here's kind of the layout of my day. I have a 5-point breakfast muffin here. These are the ones we put together. I'm gonna put these in the freezer, and I have 2 in the fridge. For snacks throughout the day this week, I'm having string cheese, apples, and I have these new 2-point Fiber One brownies. These are awesome. I really love them. They taste the same to me, but they're 2 points less than they used to be. For lunches, I'm having my version of mushroom Swiss chicken. I also have some Smart Buns that I may or may not put this on. Otherwise, this is going to be about a 3-point lunch just because of the cheese. So there's that. Also, I was able to make 8 of these, so some of them will be going in the freezer. I'll only keep about 3 or 4 days of chicken max in the fridge, and then I freeze the rest. And then for dinners, we are having taco quesadillas. So this is kind of like a buffet style. I also have a can of reduced fat refried beans, or fat-free refried beans, I think, that I might put on the side of these. But I'm going to be having an Olay wrap, which I will make into a quesadilla with taco meat. And I'm going to have some corn on the side. So that is just something that is kind of like a buffet style. I've never done it before, but I think it's going to be really quick and easy for dinners. So there is what I'm having this week. Now we just have to take care of the dishes that all of this comes with. But there's my plan, and I'm excited to be back on track and hopefully stick to it this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this gave you some ideas on what to do. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.